A very good afternoon to everyone. And you are welcome to another webinar by Corporation Africa. And I would like to say that this session is being recorded. Corporation Africa encourages and supports cooperative development in Africa. And this event is part of our education and training program. And the purpose is to raise awareness about cooperatives in Africa. My name is Ebenezer, and I shall be moderating today's session. Please feel free to introduce yourselves in the chat section, and remember to place your questions there or in the question and answers provided. These questions will shape our discussions after our speaker has made his presentation. The session will last for an hour or at most an hour and a quarter, and our speaker will speak for about 35 minutes. And after that, we will have 15 minutes for questions and answers. I shall inform him 5 minutes before the 35 minutes is up. We also have interpretation in English, French, Swahili to English, Swahili to French. So please use the interpretation link to access the language of your choice. Before we start with our speaker today, for the benefit of those who do not know much about Corporation Africa, I'd like to say a few words about our organization. We are a membership organization registered in and operating out of Ghana, and we have members from across Africa and beyond. We support cooperatives because as businesses owned and democratically managed by their members, cooperatives help their members to achieve more together than they could achieve alone. Producer cooperatives can help their members, usually farmers, to buy their inputs together and therefore benefit from lower prices because they are buying in bulk. They can also help their members to come together as marketing cooperatives and sell their outputs together and benefit from higher prices. Members of consumer cooperatives can club together in credit unions or savings and cooperative credit organizations, SACCOs, to save and to borrow, or they can form retail cooperatives to buy quality food and other groceries at lower prices. Or they can even associate as housing cooperatives to get access to quality, affordable housing. Members of worker cooperatives can also own and democratically manage their own businesses together in any sector of the economy, working for themselves rather than someone else, and sharing the profit made among themselves. We, as an organization, are of the view that in Africa, with more cooperatives, African people would achieve for themselves more secure and higher standards of living. So in short, we think that African countries with strong and dynamic cooperatives of all kinds will be more equitable, democratic, and self-reliant. So Corporation Africa's work to promote cooperatives falls under three main headings. So under research and advocacy, we research the conditions of cooperatives in African countries and engage in advocacy to improve those conditions. Last year, we commissioned a research focusing on the cooperative landscape in Ghana. And this year, we've also commissioned the same kind of research in Zambia. And I'm happy to announce that June 11th, we'll be launching the Ghana country cooperative research report in Accra. And we'll send out an invitation to all our partners and to our members here, and for you to join, whether you're able to come to Accra in person and participate or even join virtually. An invitation will be sent out to you, and we invite you to just come and launch the report with us. Under the heading of education and training, we organize webinars like this one, and we also produce a monthly news bulletin called Mapigo, which is basically a digest of news about African cooperatives. We invite you to subscribe to the news bulletin, and we also organize conferences on critical issues affecting cooperatives in Africa. Also, as part of our work under education and training, we are setting up a scheme that will pair up cooperatives with resource people who can help cooperatives improve their operations. And finally, under the heading of cooperative financing, we have plans to provide loans to help people start or grow their cooperatives. And so we welcome members, all those, whether they are individuals or organizations, who are willing to actively help to bring about a more cooperative and self-reliant Africa. So please kindly visit the membership section on our website and join us. So to introduce this week's speaker, Mr. Dejene Dadi Deka is the General Manager for Oromia Coffee Farmers Cooperative Union, the largest coffee growers union in Africa. And it is based in the Oromia regional state of Ethiopia. The OCFCU comprises 413 primary cooperatives with a total of 186 coffee producing members. Under his leadership, the OCFCU has excelled as an exporter of traceable, fair trade, organic, and various certified coffees over the past 25 years, significantly enhancing Ethiopia's reputation in the global coffee industry. Mr. Dejene brings over 25 years of diverse experience in government, non-governmental organizations, and private enterprises. His extensive background enables him to effectively collaborate with various departments, build strong teams, and successfully implement new initiatives, procedures, and milestones. So I now invite our speaker, Mr. Dejene Dadi Deka, to help us, to tell us about himself and the Oromia Coffee Farmers Cooperative Union. I would like to also apologize if I didn't get the pronunciation correctly. So Mr. Deka, please turn on your video and share your presentation, and the floor is all yours. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. Also, good morning for everyone. You hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear? Yes. Put on your video, please.
Yes, I'm just sharing. You see?
Yes.
Are you see my presentation?
Yes. Your presentation is showing. Can you turn on your camera as well?
Okay. Yes.
People can put a face to. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. My name is Dejene Dadi. I am General Manager for Oromia Coffee Farmers Cooperative Union. And also I am a board for Fair Trade Africa for organic organic audit and risk committee. Also, I am a vice chairman for East Africa for Alliance African Agricultural Cooperative Organization. In addition to this, even for Cooperative Bank of Oromia, I'm board of director. I think this one is opportunity for me to just share my experience for my brothers of African, and thank you very much for the opportunity to arrange for all cooperation African team. When I am just started our union, Oromia Coffee Farmers. I think in Ethiopia it is known. Ethiopia is the birthplace of coffee. I think in the world we have in the fifth. Maybe for Arabica we are in third. Because of this, from Ethiopia, Oromia is the largest region. It is cover 1/3 of Ethiopia. Coffee from Ethiopian coffee production, almost 65 to 70%, it's come from Oromia regional state. So this union is actively working in around 72 different districts with 430 primary cooperative. As you know, I think importance of agriculture in Ethiopia, almost 32% of GDP is in agriculture. The population engaged in agriculture is almost 66%. From this, almost 95% is small-scale farmers. That means in average of 1 hectare, especially in coffee, almost 1 hectare. This is about Ethiopia. When it comes to our union, I think our union is established in June 1, 1999. Now we are 25 years in service. After 4 days, we are celebrating our 25 years service in the business. When, as you know, cooperative can establish or come together to solve common problem. During that time, our cooperatives, they are selling coffee to central auction. That means for other exporters. During that time, there is a market fair. Even the exporter is at bankrupt, and the cooperative is also bankrupt. Because of this, the cooperative is come to a very challenge in marketing. So the regional government of Oromia, especially cooperative agency, is just discussing why directly Oromia Coffee Union is not exported to international market. Idea is created. So during that time, with 34 primary cooperative with 22,500 household farmers, this union is established with initial capital of Ethiopian birr 825,000. Now we are reaching 430 primary cooperative with 557,186 household with capital of, this one is data of last year. Nowadays we are reaching almost 1 billion capital. So when I say this one, the resource our union have, we have different 3 coffee processing facility. That coffee facility means for preparing for export, 2 in Addis Ababa. In Addis Ababa area, we have 2. 1 for Harar Coffee at Dirredawa. The 4th one, it is in progress for Guji area in the future for Lamu port. We have 4 facility processing facility. From our head office, also we have 1 roasting facility. That one is the largest in Ethiopia. In 20 minutes, it roasts 120 kg. In addition to that, we have many different crackers. Also for cafes in Addis Ababa, especially, we have 2 cafes in airport. One is international, one is local. Maybe you are seeing in international, many of the African travels is are enjoying. Also in Palace, also we have 1 coffee shop. In different banks, we have servicing. Skylight Hotel, also we are servicing. Nowadays, I think within 2 weeks, we are also coming to Amazon market with Wanko brand. We are finishing everything in Amazon market. The other thing, we are working carbon credits. We are selling carbon credit in gold standard. We are these 3 area of our expertise, including green coffee. Now, the main Oxford strategic involvement, we are focusing in 5 big pillars. One is economic empowerment of the farmers. When we say this one, we are trying to sell the farmers coffee direct trade relationship. That means we are selling through brokers, but we are trying to who just working in getting direct connection with roasters and retailers. This one is our major area of expertise. We are doing with different countries. For example, we are working in US, in Europe, Japan, South Korea, even China, Saudi, even New Zealand. We are addressing around 91 different companies. This means small roasters and others. In 26 countries we are working. The other thing, access to credit finance. As you know, I think getting finance for cooperative is very challenging in Ethiopia. If anyone can get a loan without collateral, is impossible. Because of this, this is a very challenge. What we are doing, our union is try to borrow and give this finance for our cooperative. Even this one is not enough to finance our cooperative. Because of this, I think nowadays Ethiopia is a financial reform. Maybe this thing can get a solution. For our farmers, we try to give also crop insurance because of climate change. Our farmers is feeling different shocks. Production is almost decreasing. Even there is no, sometimes there is no harvest. The other thing is we are giving technical assistance and the training. We are a cooperative. We are trying to give different trainings in quality, in coffee, even sustainable coffee farming practice. We are also giving under this one, stressing the cooperative because smallholder farmers have very scattered farmers. We are just encourage them to make a formation of cooperative and to bring them to our membership, to our union, and we are just exporting their product to international market. The other thing is infrastructure and improvement. Every cooperative is very far from the center, from Addis Ababa. The minimum one is around 400 kilometer far from Addis. The others is up to 600. Because of this, there is a problem of infrastructure, road, store facility, processing equipment is also a problem. To just solve this thing, we are giving a loan for the cooperative for long-term financing with collaboration of the bank, and working on that one. The other thing, as you know, price stabilization mechanism is one thing. Especially coffee price is with many factors. The price is very volatile. During this time, we try to protect our farmers by setting a minimum price, and we are intending in the marketing. So we are just protecting the farmers. The other thing is diversification. As you know, we are working with different kind of activities. We are exporting green coffee. We are selling value-added coffee with the name of Wanko. We are selling carbon credit. In addition to this, we are also trying to import what our farmers need. For example, we are importing solar home system, solar, even solars working for TV. And nowadays we are trying to solar pumps also. We are import jute bag, exercise book for our farmers' kids, any kind of thing what our farmer is not accessing to the market and very challenging to buy. We are imported and distribute for our farmers in fair price. As everybody know, our union is very known with different certification schemes. From this one, fair trade certification is one. This one, I think we are joining fair trade certification in 2022. for very, very long time. With this one, our farmers is just getting a premium from that one, this certification. Also, it is put the minimum price to protect our farmers. Also, it is very promotion for this kind of market. We are also, there is organization Fair Trade Africa. Within that one, we are involved. I am just representing a producer. We are doing many marketing activity and development projects. The other thing is organic certification. With organic certification, is also very important for our farmers. We are getting premium, and the farmer is enjoying this one. The other is Rainforest Alliance certification. This is also another certification, is certification that promotes sustainable agricultural practice. The other thing is carbon neutral certification. From this one, from the carbon we are selling, also we getting premium with fair trade. In addition to that, we are trying to work on footprint, carbon footprint. As one certificate, we add that kind of certification on carbon neutral coffee. Is also the other bird-friendly certification is the other thing. And as you know, Ethiopia is the birthplace of coffee. In our farmers, they have forest coffee. In that forest coffee, we are just certified how the farmer is working without disturbing the environment, the ecology is also one certificate. The farmer is also getting a certificate from this one. There is also another certificate which is not mentioning here. For example, cafe practice for Starbucks. We have many certificates, but the major certificate we are enjoying is fair trade and organic certificate. From the 3 market channel for specialty coffee and the certified coffee and the commercial coffee, even for the last 2 years, because of the market in Ethiopia is distorted. Everybody export coffee for the sake of foreign currency. Because of that, it is not matching with international market. Because of it, we are only focusing to sell our coffee in this certification. With this one, we are getting better price with this certification. Even time to time, if any kind of certification, which one is important for our farmers, we are just register the certificate. For example, for all the certificate we have, there are 176 primary cooperative have this certification. With this certification, for example, fair trade, we are built different project. We are solving the common problem of the community. For example, if the government have no or just access to solve their problem, we are just identified what is the challenge of that community. After that, we are working on that project. For example, if the farmer, the problem is a school, we are built school. If any water or clinic, any kind of project, maybe I will mention later with the list of the project we are do. From the other thing, as you know, just time to time climate change is bringing impact. Because of this, we are working with different research institutes, universities. We are trying to just multiply the resilience kind of variety, and we are just multiply this one in the cooperative level, and we distribute this kind of seedling for better production and climate resistance varieties. The other thing is our social responsibility. As we are a cooperative, we are social. We have social responsibility, not only profit maximization. Because of this, as much as possible, we try to transparent in all kind of our activities. We try to transparent for everyone, for our members. For example, fair trade, transparency, governance. We are open membership. Our structure of meeting is Democrat. No one can involve on that in the member voice. This kind of thing is what we are practice. Even from our certificates, especially for trade certificate, this is one criteria to do open and transparent, not only for the farmers, also for workers' right and living condition. Is we are working also in that because also our employees also benefited what they are contributing from the profit. As you know, in Ethiopia, each cooperative, from what they are doing, they are from the profits they get, they pay dividends 70% for each individual according to their contribution. 5% for social responsibility, 15%, 1/5. It's for work expansion, 10% for reserve. This is what even Ethiopian cooperative federal cooperative is setting in our bylaw. Every cooperative, they are working this way. The other thing, environmental and sustainability, we are, especially as we are agricultural producers, we are trying to invest in our environment to just sustain biodiversity kind of thing. This one is especially, we are organic producer, so we are working in regressive agriculture. We are our farmers. We encourage our farmers to implement without any synthetic fertilizers, with compost and others. They are trying to cultivate in that ways. So we are very concerned for our environment and climate change. The other is community development, as I said, from their profit and premiums, they try to address what is the community's need. Is it the problem of school, clinic, infrastructure, any kind of the community problem, we try to address with giving the priority for the members. Even not only the members is getting service from this one, but the member is built to school. Everybody, the community at large, is enjoying this infrastructure. The other thing, what is our uniqueness? We are believe in gender equality. For all of our projects we are creating, almost 80% and above must be women and the youth. This one is what we are putting, and try to empower the women, especially in village area. The woman is very disadvantaged. They are very, especially in coffee. Coffee is very time taken and very labor-based kind of a business, because this woman is all this activity is fell on their shoulder. Because of this, we are give also priority for them. If they are just benefited from this project, they are thinking about sustainability. The other thing is youth engagement. As I said, any project we are creating for youth, we try to prepare training, and especially on community development, we are just involved with them. Transparency and traceability, that one is our main area. As we are a cooperative, this is our main area of activity. Advocacy and partnership with different NGOs, with government bodies. There are many stakeholders. We are working collaboratively with all these stakeholders. This is what Ethiopian coffee is growing under canopy, under tree, is very climate sensitive kind of farming, especially Arabican coffee. For example, as just the project we are developed and deliver for the community within these 25 years, there are 394 different projects. This one is, as you see, there is primary and high school, school expansion, upgrading, library, teacher residence, staff office, health post, many things. As you see from that one, we are doing this kind of projects. When, as I said, when we are develop any kind of project, the interest is come from the farmers. This is what you will build. The third one is we are responsive for climate change and sustainability. As you know, climate change is really affect our coffee farmers. Even our farmers is just feeling what is the climate change impacting their coffee production. From the research in 2050, maybe the world coffee production is decreased to 50%, especially for African is very exposed. Because of this, before we are just missing our coffee, we are trying to work with our farmers with different kind of activities. Sustainable farming practice is one. This just they keep soil healthy. Even our government is their strategy also is a good opportunity for coffee farmers. In each year, we are just planting indigenous tree and new variety of coffee is in millions. Every year we are plant different coffee. This one is also is good for just to maintaining the environment. We are doing many climate adaptation activities. For this one, what we are start, for example, our coffee, our farmers affected with climate change. One thing is in the village area, our farmers they cook their food with by cutting wood. They construct house with the trees. When they made any bridge, anything, they are use forest, by cutting forest. Because of this, if we are not working in this kind of thing, maybe within short period of time we are missing all our forest. Because of this, what we are doing, we try to just work on cook stove project. As you see from the picture, we are collaborated with Addis Ababa University. We try to train women living in the village area, and by giving seed money, and we are just support them by giving molds, give training. They are just produce this cook stove in their village free of any charge. We are distributing to our members farmers. This one, the farmers, by doing this one, we are benefited many things. Maybe if you have any experience in Ethiopia, when our already known and cultural food is injera, when injera is made with 3 stones, even the energy they use, almost 90% is exposed to the environment without any service. Only 10% is consumed to make that one. So we are just working with Addis Ababa University how we can just save energy efficient cook stove, and that one is scientifically proven. We study that one, we train our ladies, and they start to produce, and free of any charge we distribute for the farmers. This cook stove is saving energy up to 50%. When this one is saved, means our forest, we are maintaining our forest. If we are maintaining our forest, our coffees get shelter. If get shelter, there is good production of coffee. If we get good production of coffee, we are selling our coffee with premium market, with good certification and a good market. So this is what economically benefited our farmers. Not only that one, previously it's open fire. Even the lady is very exposed for different carbon emission of this open fire. We are saving that one. Even after we are selling this carbon credit, we are getting foreign currency. From that one, we pay back for the farmer 75% of the revenue from this project. So for each individual account, we are transferring this one. For 25%, we are working also for development projects, just replacing the old cook stove. Maybe if any kind of the community problem, for example, if they need quality improvement for seedling and others, they finance that one. If they need any book for their school library, they can do this kind of project. So with this project, youth and the ladies are very enjoying. We are starting in one area before 6 years. From only one area, we are selling 100,000 metric ton with 1,765,000 euro only from one area. So we are just duplicate this one to other 7 zones. With this one now, we are expanded this almost all of our membership area. So with this one, as I said, our farmers is very benefited. They are safe, our forest, everything. The other thing, also, our farmers have no get a lightning service because of this. We are importing solar home system from China. We are agent for one company. We are just doing a win-win kind of thing. We are imported solar energy from them. We are also export coffee for them. They buy coffee from us. We are just buy solar from them. With this one, for home system, even for TV, for this kind of big project for water pump for washing station, we are doing this kind of thing. The other thing is on digitalization and semi-automation is critical. Nowadays, I think when we are saying about traceability and the supply chain transparency, the main thing is how the coffee is processed from the starting up to end users. The buyer wants to know. For 500,000, 500,000 farmers, without database, without digitalization, it's very difficult to manage all the database of the farmers. Because of this, for the starting from before 2 years, we are trying to make work with ITC, International Trade Center. They are just give us the supply chain platform. They are finance us. We are doing that kind of platform. With this kind of platform, we are doing many things. We are just capturing all the data of our farmers with their certification. Is digital inclusion is also another thing. We are trying to pay digitally for the farmers. Previously, what we are doing, we are get loan. After that, we are just transferring that loan for each primary cooperative. The primary cooperative, in average, they are far from the bank, around 20 kilometers. They are go to the bank and they are just bring the paper money. This one is by itself, it is risk. So we are just starting to change, digitalize the payment system. As you know, nowadays, EDR is also another issue. Even with this platform, we are trying to manage also EDR issue. If you have H data, I think we can do many things for our farmers. Even immediately we are know what kind of stock they have, for which certification, for which kind of coffee they have. Immediately we are selling this coffee in spot. The other thing is financial inclusion. Also, we try to digitalize our financial system in our head office. We try to apply digitalization for ERP, almost for our human resource, financial issue, fleet management, everything is we are implementing this one. As much as possible, we try to bring all this digitalization issue to our members. The other is market access in e-commerce. Also, as I told you, we are starting to sell our coffee in Amazon market. Now in Addis Ababa, we have many coffee shops. We are trying to sell also selling in Addis Ababa with this e-commerce. We are developed new brand guideline, new logo. We are doing many things on this one. The other thing is training and the knowledge sharing. This digital is new for not only for farmers, for everybody. It's new. We are trying to give different training for our farmers. It's very difficult to just train digitalization the farmer. So by collaboration with different development agencies, especially UN Better Than Cash is our partner with this ITC. Also, Agritera is also working in this area. How we are just bringing our members to make digitalize their whole supply chain. If you are just doing that one, even it is open a room to negotiate for better price, because for every buyer they want to see the traceability and they want to know the story of the coffee. The other thing is capacity building and many issues is on. We try to work on this different partners, advocacy and policy engagement. For example, in this now, I think yesterday there is in a parliament in Ethiopia, the extension service is given only by government. But our union have one department for extension department. We are just giving this kind of service by giving this service. Our cooperative is just hiring this kind of professionals. I think this is see us how with the difference, because in our cooperative, when they are just get different service, they are hired by themselves to just make confidence. Our union is just hire these employees. When I just hire, they are hired, but we are financing the salary of this professional for 6 months. After they see their benefit of this expertise, we are just left for them for decision. If they are just work for them, they are continue by paying the salary. If they are not important for them, they are fired. But from our experience, no one can just left this expertise. So our government is trying to just give this kind of extension service for NGOs, for cooperative is one issue. Maybe this one is a good improvement also to give more service for our farmers. I think when we are doing all these things, there are many challenges. Success stories is learned from my attendance. I think the challenge is, as you know, for every agricultural producer or in international market access is very challenging. Nowadays, we are just working for 25 years. We are trying to just come to the international market with many efforts. That is not easy. Even now, as agriculture is the market is very volatile. There is a challenge. The other is quality control. We are keen to export premium coffee with a specialty. Because of this, we give good training for our farmers to get good coffee because of many challenges. Also, quality is as agriculture is based on even is very influenced with climate change. The quality is there is up and down. That means also it's not give comfort for our buyers because if there is no sustainable, that one is a challenge. But we are trying to convince them how we are working all our activity. We are invite them during harvesting. They are seeing what is going on in the field. As I mentioned, climate change is also is very critical nowadays. From time to time, the weather condition is very changing. There is no unscheduled rainfall. Sometimes there is no enough rainfall for the coffee because of this climate change. Even now, even our government is trying to address work on this problem. Also, our union is also try to invest on this climate change activity on our farmers' plot of land. Financial constraint, as I mentioned, getting finance is very difficult for us because here in Ethiopia, to get finance, you must have collateral. But nowadays, because of financial reform, even the money we need from the bank is very increasing time to time because our collateral is not covering this kind of loan. We are getting loan from the bank. So even now we are trying to work on development agencies as just give us finance guarantee kind of thing because our collateral is very limited. The other thing is training and education. Training and education is very important for our farmers, for our employees, for everyone, because especially on ITC and the digitalization, it is a new phenomenon. Even to just engage our farmers is very critical. Now, what we are working, we are just try to work as our cooperative is acting as a bank. Because when we are starting digitalization, even if we just pay for our farmers digitally, maybe he is expected to go to the city. But if our cooperative is just serving with as a bank for community, this one is very important. We are when I just mentioned on early, we have our own banks. Cooperative Bank of Oromia is our bank. We are the major shareholder in that bank. The reason why we are establishing is also to manage this kind of thing. So collaboratively, we are working to just bring a solution for this kind of problem. Success stories, I think there are many success stories. Improving income nowadays. For the last 25 years, our cooperative is profitable. Even last year, we are recording the highest profit in our 25-year history. Even now,
hello.
Yes. Yes.
5 minutes to wrap up.
Okay. Okay. So there is another is sustainable practice. The adoption of organic farming as sustainable practice is what we are very benefited our farmers is as a good example. Community development from the profit we get, we are just developing different projects for community healthcare and any kind of community problem. The empowerment of women is also what we are mentioned as example. There are many cooperative from Africa, from African agricultural ministers is come and visit us, what we are doing also in this area. Brand recognition. Nowadays, our union is very known with our quality coffee, with green coffee, also with value added with Wanko in Amazon and also in the city in Addis. We are very known in our brand. The other thing is carbon credit project. I think this carbon credit project is not easy to implement, but our union is try to just manage and see. There are many even development agents is learning from us. We are doing not only to protect our world, we are also getting also income for to support the farmers. Lesson I learned, collaboration is a key. When we just collaboration, as we are cooperative, there are many stakeholders from government with the development agencies, NGOs, different things. This collaboration, even with our government, they try to understand us, support us, even in policy, in different things, they are support us. Investing in training. Each time we are trained not only our members. For example, in our region, there are around 4,000 development agents who is hired by government. With, for example, in this year, we try to give training for these government employees. If we are just train them, they are just serving the community to give awareness about what we are doing activity in the farmer level gates. Adaptability is the main thing in marketing. In any areas, we are try to adapt what is the changes. So we are just going with existing environment with this kind of thing. Diversification is the other thing. We try to diversify our business. Community engagement is the main. This is our difference. Our community engagement is very keen. We are believe this one is a cooperative. It is the farmers' business. We are working for the farmers, so we are engaged with communities. I think. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I finish.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dejene, for the insightful presentation. Please kindly note that the floor is open for questions. You can send your questions into the chat and then I'll read them out for Mr. Dejene. So kindly just use the raise your hand icon and then I can just indicate or mute your mic and then, but I think for me, what I would, just to start off the question and answers, what I would want to find out is, you talked about, blockchain traceability and digital payment systems and other things that you've introduced to sort of to sort of improve your financial work as a cooperative. And I wanted to find out what are some of what has been the challenge that you have experienced with that, bringing some of your farmers who may not be, tech savvy, who may not really know a lot about technology. How have you brought these people on board? And how have you also sort of improved their digital literacy and also sort of their trust in these technologies? Because, sometimes it's a bit difficult for people who are not familiar with certain digital payments methods to just jump on it, even if it is introduced by the cooperative. So what are some of the challenges or what are some of the barriers that you've had trying to bring your smallholder farmers on board the digital transformation?
Okay. I think I react on this.
Yeah.
I think it's good question. Also, this is a real fact what we are facing. I think even in just technology transfer to rural area is very challenging to implement this kind of thing. But the good thing is we are just teach our farmers if they do this one, what they are benefited from this one. As just example, for each year, for each of our certification, there is audit international. Internationally, they come and audit all our system. It's very challenging to do this one in paper based. So if you didn't do this one, you didn't get your certification, you what you are getting from premium, fair trade, and organic. So they know their benefit. Because of this they try to collaborate. Even they are collaborate is they need intensive training. Just that the training is hand to hand, is hand to hand. For this one, we are trying to work with development agencies. As I said, for example, UN Better Than Cash. We are trying to give intensive training in as a pilot for around 20 cooperative. With this one, even the bank is also engaged with us. We are give training. Even we are hiring also some student which is support to enter to the system, and we are just hiring the youth and the student living in their community. So when we are engaged, hire their kids, they are trying to collaborate. Still now, it's very challenging. I think to manage 500,000 coffee farmers is not easy.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Please, are there any other questions? Kindly send it into the chat box, or just use the and then I could just unmute you, and then you can go ahead and ask your question. Okay, so Mr. Dejene, there's a question here which is, how do you deal with overproduction? Do you have a cooperative storage facility? So that is the question now. Kindly send your questions in the chat box, and then I'll read them.
Yes, I think we have, for each cooperative, we have a warehouse. A warehouse for coffee is very standard. We are built for them for warehouse. Even when they come to the coffee business, that one is mandatory. At least warehouse it's must mandatory, because Ethiopian Coffee and the tea authority is also controlling. If they don't have this one, they are not liable to do the coffee business. Yes, we have.
Okay. So I think the other part was, how do you deal with overproduction? That's the first part of the question. The second part was, do you have storage facility, which you have answered. So the other
Sorry, you say overproduction?
Yes. So how do you as a cooperative deal with?
Yeah, I think if you understand the question on the production, in the production there are two things. We are just give improved seedling for our farmers. Nowadays, the coffee tree is very old. Also, it is not just resilient for climate change. Because of this, we are just replacing new variety of coffee. When we are just doing this one, they get a better production. If still now, Ethiopian coffee production is very small. The highest is in 1 hectare is around 2,000 kg. Still now, this is a reason why in Ethiopia, our coffee is grown under canopy. Because of this, within 1 hectare, we plant only the maximum 2,500 coffee trees. When you are just compared to Latin America, they plant up to 7,500 coffee trees because they didn't use canopy for their coffee production.
Okay. So another question is that to what extent does the diversification program encourage the growing of more subsistence crops in order to reduce reliance on imports? So,
I think in this area, as this one is agricultural product, there is no sustainable kind of production because within 1 year, if the climate is not good, maybe you are off season. Because of this is the hardest part even for our farmers. Maybe some year, if they are off season, is very challenging. So to just manage this, our farmers, they try to engage with different kind of activity, just support their life. This carbon project is one business each farmers can do in their area. So the other thing, still now we are not substitute kind of products. We didn't plant any manufacturing in the future. We are trying to also produce, for example, solar panels. We are trying to just manufacture these. We are getting around 14,000 kilometers of land from the government. We will try to this kind of project, any visible and which one is imported, we try to produce here and we deliver for our farmers. If I answer your question.
So kindly let us know if the question has been fully answered. So to the next question, how do you manage competition from other, coffee producers? And that's the first part of the question. The other part of the question is, are there other cooperatives, other coffee cooperatives in Ethiopia? And how do you also cooperate with other, coffee cooperatives globally to obtain fair pricing? So, so that is a 3-in-1 question. The first part,
Yes.
how do you manage competition from other coffee producers? And then, how are there other coffee cooperatives in Ethiopia? And then, how do you also cooperate with other coffee cooperatives globally to obtain fair pricing?
Yeah. I think is in Ethiopia, coffee is the major foreign currency earning for the country. Because of this, there is high competition in coffee business. Even one of our objective is to just maintain the market. If the market is pay more money, that one is what you want. Our farmers enjoying that one. If the market is down, we try to intervene to manage the market. It is not paying less. So the competition is very tough. Even one of the challenge also in quality is this one. There are 3 markets. There are specialty, premium, and the commercial. Most of Ethiopian exporters export commercially. But in as our union, we are exporting premium and the specialty. There are price difference with this one. So every buyer, they are raising why your coffee is expensive. They say, we try to just mention about traceable and sustainable coffee. There is huge, very tough competition. I think for the second question, yes, there are many also coffee unions, but it's not large as us. Is very. We are exporting all type of coffee grown in Ethiopia, but others is only they export one type of. For example, for southern also in southern region there are this kind of union, but they are export only one type of coffee. So even here for this coffee cooperative with almost all are the member of fair trade. Also I'm board there. We are trying to negotiate what can the government support us. We are collaborative for any kind of thing. Even the government is support us as when we are moving as a collaborative. For the international, I think from my, I am also Alliance African Agricultural Cooperative organization. I'm vice chairman. We try to collaborate. Even I am a board for fair trade. Each time there is a meeting with not only coffee, cacao from Ghana, banana producer, every kind of producer. We are collaborating not only with coffee. Many times when I am go to abroad to US, Europe, I am a panelist. There when I discuss, I am not raising only the issue of Oromia coffee farmers problem. I am raising about African farmers. How can African farmers just benefited from their product? How we can support our the African farmers? So even I try to just how we are, or we Africans, how we are just doing business within Africa. For example, we are producing coffee. We are trying to sell coffee to West Africa, to North Africa, and that kind of thing. We are trying to deal on this issue, but thing is not easy because infrastructure, we have no knowledge within Africa's brothers' business. This is what I want to say.
Okay, so this will be the last set of questions. So the question is, so in your presentation you showed some solar panels. Are the solar panels used to complement rainfall or used for irrigation during the whole coffee grove development? So and then the other one is, does your cooperative have a coffee brand cafe like Cosca or other coffee brands? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. When I just come to the solar, our solar is give for home system, is give lighting for home system for the farmer. Even it is work for TV, television with solar. The third one is also working for washing station. We have washing station. Our coffee processed with water. It's just it need pumps. Water pumps is also for this three thing we are already we are just start to implement. But for the fourth one, for pumps, you see there are land is scarce. If we are just import these solar pumps for our farmers' kids within a small plot of land, they can harvest within a year 3 times for this vegetable and others. So we are using solar for many things nowadays. Even the cost of the fuel in Ethiopia is very expensive. Because of this, I think that one is also a very important thing. The other thing is, as I mentioned, our coffee brand for this roasted and value-added coffee is Wanko. Wanko, or maybe the logo is the lady which is picking the coffee is our logo. Wanko means in our local language, in Oromifa, it is mine. It is mine coffee. That one is also a good logo. We can see also Wanko Global. You can if you search Wanko or Wanco Global, you are just see we are trying to just jumping in Amazon coming soon within 2 weeks. You can access that one.
Okay. So very last question. Biruk, kindly unmute your mic to ask your question. Yes, please go. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dejani, for your informative presentation. Maybe I had some conversation with you last year in June. I was just collecting data for a research around Jimma area. So we talked a bit about these things, but now I just want to quickly raise only one piece of question, which is I just want to know why the cooperatives are mainly focusing on organic certificate and fair trade certificates. They are mainly focusing on these two certificates compared to other large coffee farmers. Large coffee farmers are using different types of certificates like Rainforest Alliance, Coffee Practice, and others, where I conducted data in particularly in Jimma area. So these large coffee farmers look a bit better off in getting different markets. So what is the reason behind that these primary cooperatives, which are members of these Oromia coffee farmers unions, are mainly using these organic and fair trade certificates only? Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you for it's good question. As he mentioned, we have around 7-8 different certification on this coffee, but this certification we are just reacting with our buyers' feedback. Most of our buyers, they need fair trade and organic. Nowadays, rainforest is also the third one, but not with as fair trade and organic. To just give example, from our premium sales with certification, from 100%, organic and the fair trade is taking a share of 92%. But the rest 6 certificate only 8%. This organic certification and the fair trade, it have own cost. We are paying with foreign currency for these certified bodies. So if there is a market for this certification, we are just even previously there is 4Cs also we have, but we have no market for that one. We are exit. If there is any demand with different certification, we try to get that one. For example, organic, we have organic for US, organic for Europe, organic for Japan. Nowadays also the request is coming from organic for South Korea. I think they are also their own kind of organic. So we are going based on the market. If I answer Brooke.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Dejene. Thank you for an insightful presentation and really just expanding our knowledge on your cooperative. Please remember that the recording is being recorded, and we'll make it available on our website or on our YouTube page. So please, once it is ready, we'll share a link out to all of you so that you can access the recordings. I would like to thank Mr. Dejene Dika for the time and all the amazing things that your cooperative is doing. I'd like to also thank the interpreters, Hezron, Constantine, Ariane, and Laurent. I'd like to also thank the Executive Council of Cooperation Africa and the staff, and then also all of you who made time out of your busy schedules to be here with us. We are so grateful. And we'll see you at the next presentation. And don't forget to join. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much also for the opportunity. Really, this is a very important thing. I think it is, you are working great thing for development of African cooperative. I think even it is good to just using this kind of thing. It is, we are learn each other from each country. I think it is good. I will follow also your webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone. We'll see you in the next webinar.
Thank you. Bye-bye.